Well, the primary concern of the acetyls industry right now continues to be the oversupply situation in China. The market in China has seen very low pricing, especially over the past year, due to overcapacity, and that situation is not changing quickly. Unfortunately, there's also overcapacity that's been built into the downstream markets in China. And those markets, such as the ester solvents, PTA, and also VAM, are all operating at low utilization rates. The acetic acid pricing is also being affected by the low methanol prices, methanol being, of course, the primary feedstock for acetic acid. Otherwise, the primary concerns for acetic acid in Europe continue to be the relatively high price in that region compared to China and the United States. And this is particularly troublesome for acetic acid consumers who are seeing their competitiveness eroded by cheaper downstream materials imported from China. In the United States, the market seems to be well balanced, and the low prices for natural gas have actually been a big benefit for the U.S. Gulf Coast based acetic acid producers, especially over the past 12 to 18 months. But again, the main concern is the continued oversupply situation in China. The market developments over the next 6 months are going to, again, depend on the prices of feedstocks, which primarily are natural gas and methanol, but also the development of the downstream in China. The economic forecasts for China are very weak for 2016, especially in the construction markets. This is particularly bad news for acetic acid derivatives such as VAM and also the ethyl acetate and butyl acetate, because all of those products are used in the paint and coatings markets and also adhesives, which are directly affected by the construction industry. The feedstock price developments are also quite interesting at this point in time, as the methanol prices globally seem to have bottomed out and may be beginning to increase again after a period in the last year in which there's been a fairly consistent price decreases. The big story in methanol has been the United States Gulf Coast, where new production has come on stream in the last year, which has actually turned the United States into a large, from a large net importer to where now the United States is actually beginning to export methanol again, and this is something that we haven't seen for the past 15 or 20 years. So those are what I'm looking at as being the key development features for the acetyls markets over the next 6 months.